What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today, we're going to talk about and explore a very touchy, sensitive topic. Okay? And the topic, all right, is important because it affects everything that we do in America, how we are, how our institutions are, how our systems are, everything. You know, the violence, the propaganda, the miscommunication, the de-education, the miseducation, all that, right? And the topic is white people want to be black. There it is. All right. Now, I've been talking about it in my other my other videos as of late. I figured I'd make a whole video dedicated towards it, right? Now, I don't blame white people for wanting to be black. Okay? Now, I have stepped out of my black skin to try to be objective and asked myself, if I was born white, would I want to be black? I've thought about this quite often. And the answer is yes. I've also thought, despite everything that's ever happened in history, in the position that we are as black people are on this planet, right? Would I come back as white if I had a choice? And the answer is absolutely not. I would never want to come back as white. I will always want to come back as black. There is no race on the planet that I would ever choose. When I come back next time, all right? Because, listen, we've been here before. All right? We're all spirits having a human experience. All right? When I come back, I'm going to come back black. I'm going to make sure that's what I do, because I can't imagine being anything else. And the reason for it is I feel like if I was something else, I would be missing something, right? You get what I'm saying? And if I was white, right, with all the history that I had, that would have been bestowed upon me as being white, and if I had to engage with black people, I'd probably be jealous too. Now, how would I handle that jealousy? Would I emulate it and try to be like it? Try to get as close to the sun as possible, like Icarus? Right? How close would I get before I burn? Before I fall out of the sky? That's the question. Right? And there's a lot of white people who try to get close to that sun like Icarus. And there's some that have been accepted by the black community, because here's the thing about the black community, right? The black community will adopt you. Black people have adopted certain white folks, right? Who've lived in the black community and been infused with the spirit and the soul of blackness. And they become no longer no longer white. All right. There are white people in America that are not white. And a black person will say, hey, they're not white. They're light skinned. Right. Because here's the thing. We know for a fact that whiteness was made in the 1600s. It doesn't really exist. Right. It's not a real thing. Right. Europeans are a race. Okay, and Europeans are different ethnic groups with different phenotypes and different cultures, various different cultures. White doesn't have a culture. White is a construct used to promote and uplift and maintain capitalism. Okay, white is a tool, right, that was used by the rich Europeans in suits that they gave Europeans who had culture, had ethnicity, had things they could be proud of, had history they could be proud of, and they gave them white, right? Which wiped that slate clean, right? So the culture created in America is one of capitalism, right? So when these white folks who have been stripped of their actual culture, their European culture, when these white folks look at black folks, they see all of this culture, because black folks, we have millions of years worth of packed in culture that we cannot get rid of, that can't be destroyed, that can't be uneducated or de-educated or propagandized out of us, because it's just what we are. We are, in fact, the spirit. You can't unspirit the spirit, no matter how much you suppress the spirit. You get what I'm saying? So we got those white folks, and I know some white folks, right, who grew up in the hood, right, grew up with black folks, and most of them had a wonderful time. As a matter of fact, they're more enriched because they grew up with culture. Because if you're white, right, ultimately, despite all the, propaganda and misinformation, disinformation. You are, in fact, just like every single person, a descendant of Africans. Far removed, yes. Not really that far, though. But, as far as compared to everybody else, you're far removed. Are you also part Neanderthal? Yes, you are. You know it, right? But despite that, right? And here's the thing. We're the same species because only people in the same species can make babies. You understand that? So we are the same thing, even though, and here's the thing. We always say that white people are Neanderthals, but listen, Africans are a combination of various other different hominids. It's just that we can't pronounce the shit. Okay, you get it? So we're all, as humans, a combination of different hominids that created us, right? Just like Asians are humanoids mixed with, are humans mixed with Denisovans, right? Denisovans, right? Then you got some Denisovans mixed with some Neanderthals, and they're kind of like in the Caucasus area, right? And you got Neanderthals who mix with us, modern day humans or Cro-Magnons. I mean, it's real complicated. Real history, listen, real history is way more complicated and magical than anything we've ever made up. When you talk about when you talk about the old world, the third world, when you look at shows like Game of Thrones, or when you look at, you got the dragons and the different kind of, things, or when you look at shows that got Middle Earth, you got the orcs, you got the trolls, that's all a fantastical view of something that really happened. There was a time, there was 7 different, if I'm not mistaken, there were 7 different hominids that walked, used tools, and communicated and practiced culture. 7 different hominids on the planet at the same time. We had hobbits. We had giant freaking humanoids, and we competed and lived with all of those, right? For millions of years, hundreds of thousands of years. Us black people, anyway. You white folks, y'all ain't live with none of them. I mean, you guys are Neanderthals, but other than them, y'all ain't live with the rest, right? And Asians, y'all live with the Denisovans, but that's it. Well, no, y'all didn't. That was us. I'm sorry. That was all us. That was all us, right? Y'all didn't experience that. But we Africans experience all those things you guys you fantasize about now in your movies and your fairy tales and stories, right? So when a white person confronts something that has so much culture, they get a little jealous, right? Right? And when they see that with that culture and with hundreds of thousands of years of earthly experience, we have a certain set of skills and certain abilities being the default. We are God's creation. The black man, right? The black woman, God's creation, right? And the truth is, the rest of you guys are our creation. You're our children. You understand? That's the truth. That is legitimately in history, biological, anthropological, all the sciences, logical, all that shit, right? Proves it, right? So is nothing wrong with people wanting to dig down deep in their roots, right? To find something to be proud of, to live their life with. I ain't got no problem with that, right? Now in America, there's us black folks, there's some that got mixed feelings, because you got some black folks that be like, man, I don't like those white people that act black, right? But at the same time, those same black people be like, what's acting black, right? Right? So is a hypocrisy there, right? But it's the culture that is dominant that people want to be a part of. It's the black African culture that we have that attracts them, right? The way we dance, the way we sing, the way we move, right? Every aspect of our culture is dominant, as far as its popularity over other people's culture. Our food, dominant, especially African Americans. We got the best food in the world. Ain't nobody cooking better than us. Ain't not a goddamn group of people on the planet cook better than African Americans, period. Just like that, right? Dancing, right? Ceremony, how we dress. Everybody admires it, right? But how do they process that? Especially when they're not part of the main root. They're a piece of the branch. Some just say F it. They'll emulate. How many times have we seen white people emulate blackness in a unrealistic way, right? And we don't like that. There's a lot of people who don't like that. But then we know there are some white people who are just not white. They couldn't be white if they tried. And we call them light skinned, or we just say they black. We literally strip black people. We have the ability to strip whiteness away from Europeans, and we never consider them white. That's why I have white friends who are not white, and they know when I'm talking about white people, I ain't talking about them because they ain't white. Because if you are a European American, you can disregard white. You can throw that shit in trash. You don't have to have that, right? Who told you had to be white? You are European. just like African people who got our culture stolen away from your ancestors, by the way, right? You two also got your history stolen from the very same white people that stole it from us. You white people don't know anything about your European heritage, the same way we don't. You white people cannot find your great, 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 great grandmama and where she come from in Europe, the same way we can't. Right? While we were being enslaved in America, you guys were being terrorized by the same government because you guys were mad because you couldn't get jobs because them rich white folks kept kept using slaves while you guys were starving in the woods, right? Dying in them coal mines. And then when you wanted a decent wage, when that corporation kept cutting your pay 1, 2, 3 times, what did they do? They sent the National Guard to come fuck you up. Right? Just like the police were made to capture slaves, the National Guard was created to quell our rebellion from you poor white people that thought that you deserved a living wage for working like a slave for slave wages in American history. White people in America have been slaves just like America, and most white people have never had white privilege. Yet in their mind, they think they have. And it's the only thing that white people can hold on to, right? Because the culture they lost. What else do they got? And it's hot as shit out here. It's like 100 degrees. That's why I'm sweating. I don't hear nothing about it. I'm in Africa. All right. But listen, if you're a white American, it's to be a European without culture. If you're a white American, it's to have white privilege without having white privilege. It's to be told that you got white privilege without being able to exercise it. And then get mad at the black person who you feel is disenfranchising you. While that white man that you deify, promote, and uplift terrorize you for centuries. Right? So there are many white people that don't like what they consider white culture, which is not a thing, it's a corporate entity, right? They don't want to be white. And they gravitate towards a strong culture that they're next to, which is black. You see, just like as an African American, there are elements of European culture that we have adopted, like ghetto-ness. That's not a black culture. That's British culture. Ghetto, thuggery, that's British culture that we have adopted. We make it look cool, therefore it is attached to us. When you think ghetto, you think us, unfortunately, right? But the thing is, black culture is very powerful in the Western Hemisphere. Look at America and America's culture. Tell me what in American culture is European culture that's popular around the world. Even the quintessential white culture in America, right? We'll give them country music, right? We gave them that. We handed them country music, rock and roll. We handed them rock and roll. So even the things that they attach themselves or that you think about when you think about white people is really black culture, right? All of it. Country music, rock and roll, freaking bluegrass, all that shit, right? Everything is black culture. The swag, the way we talk, all of our commercials have elements of blackness in it. Hey, even the Mexicans are pretending to be black. All them damn essays and them Southerners and Northerners, they're just Indians who don't like to be Indian, who practice black culture while worshiping white people. That's what a Mexican, that's what them West Coast Mexicans are, right? Who hate black people. They're Native Americans mixed with Europeans who want to be white but practice black culture because that's the thing that that's attracted to them, right? African religions. African religion is the number 3 biggest religion on the Western Hemisphere. Santeria, right? Those Latinos practice Santeria, which is African tradition, African spiritual tradition, while trying to whiten up their people. You get me? But Santeria is the 3rd biggest religion outside of Christianity and Catholicism in the Western Hemisphere. It's bigger than Islam on the Western Hemisphere. Islam is number 4. They even got Islamic people in South America, which is weird. That shit's totally weird, right? But we need to get into this because we have to. It's okay to be jealous. I'm jealous of us too. As a black, I get secondhand jealousy. You know, I do. I'm like, damn, black people. Then I got to remind myself, I'm black. That's right. That's right. I'm good. I ain't got to be jealous, right? Right. So it's not a problem, but the problem is how you react, right? How you react to your jealousy, right? And I like to make this analogy. Batman and the Joker, right? Both individuals traumatized, right? Both individuals traumatized by something traumatic. But the difference is, Batman said, okay, I've been traumatized by society. I need to save it, right? So that makes him the good guy. The Joker says, I've been traumatized by society. I need to destroy it. He becomes the bad guy. That's the difference. White folks have decided to be Joker, right? So whatever traumatized them or they feel that's in date, they got to destroy it. That's the answer. Destroy. Be the Joker, right? And unfortunately, black folks, I mean, I guess unfortunately, fortunately, black folks, the more we get traumatized, the more we open our arms to try to hug everybody, right? Because we spirits, we can't help ourselves. What would Jesus do? The same thing we would do, right? Open our arms, let people hurt us, let people abuse us, and keep our arms open because we see the bigger picture somehow deep down inside, right? And it's just, and it's to our detriment a lot of the times because, in the real world, the Joker, if given the opportunity, is going to kill Batman. But Batman don't do what? He don't kill. And that's his goddamn problem, right? You get it? All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to explore this complicated situation. I'm going to have different point of views, different sides, people saying different things. But it's a conversation that needs to be had because the jealousy has to. Here's the thing. There's really, if you're a white American, right, who don't want to be white, right? Or if you're a racist white American because you're jealous because black people have a certain gifts, talents, and abilities that you don't have, right? If you feel insecure around black people, you got to understand one thing. This is the future, that no matter what happens, you will get what you want. If you're a racist white person, right, and you want to have the talent, the skills, the twitch muscles, the rhythm, all that, you want your people to have all those superpowers, guess what? In the near future, they will, because the world is going to go back to black. All right. If you're a white guy, a white woman who love black culture and you want to be a part of it, man, you put the braids in your hair and you don't even care what people say and shit like this. Listen, your kids, they're going to get brown into they black. All of you white Europeans are going to fade into black. You're going to come back home. Everybody's coming back home. Asians coming back home. Whites coming back home. All that. Native Americans eventually going to come. It's all going to happen, right? There's literally nothing that you can do about it to change the inevitable future. So whether you are racist towards black people, whether you absolutely love black people, you're all going to get what you want. So you have no need for insecurities, right? But anyway, let's explore this because right now we're on a journey to that inevitable point. But right now we have to go through the rough ride to get there. All right. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn some, teach some. I'm out.
All right, racists, let's talk. I'm just going to come out and say it. A majority of white people wish that they were black. They wish that they had the ability to create or invent. They wish that they had the ability to wear a variety of hairstyles. They wish that they had the ability to dance. They wish that they had original fashion. They wish that their style was memorable. They wish that they were able to turn heads in public. They wish that they could spend more than 2 hours in the sun. They wish to be desired. They wish that they could smell as good as black people. They wish that they were as superior as black people. They wish that they were as athletic as black people. Even wish that they were indigenous and could be gifted an entire planet from the Most High. They wish that they could excel at music and the arts. They wish that they could be scholars like black people. They wish that they were as intelligent as black people. They wish that they could even cook like black people. They even wish that they could look as cool as black people do in their cars, which explains why they have the windows rolled down at all fucking times. And the real big one, they really wish that they could age as gracefully as black people do. Talk to you later.
I hate when white people get their stuff from black people and don't admit it. What's so hard admitting that you got something from someone? And they get so defensive about it, like, oh, I'm not trying to be black, I'm not trying to be like that. Well, first of all, no one said that. Secondly, it kind of looks like you do. They don't admit that they got that style from us. Like, girl, we all could see that you got your style from us. Why? And they lie and say, no, I don't know. Not. Yes, you did. They want to be us, but they don't like us. How does that make sense? It's giving jealousy. You're jealous of us, so you try to be us, but you can't because we're the original thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, Anita, I don't know who you are or how you were raised, but me, personally, I grew up around black people my whole life, but I've never wanted to be anybody else. I feel like I got my own style, swag, and everything.
Black people irritate the fuck out of me too because why are you inviting everybody to the cookout because they know a few young boy songs or because this white girl's doing a dance and you're like, oh, she got rhythm, she can come to the cookout. Bitch, you can't even come to the cookout because you invite damn near every white person just because they know a few lyrics. And there's nothing wrong. I have no issue with white people. I love white people. I love any type of people. But I don't like the white people that sit here and as much as, their ancestors or whatever, dislike us. Y'all secretly want to be African American. Y'all want to be like these black girls. Y'all want to be like us. And y'all can say all day, no, I'm just inspired. I'm sorry. It's cool to be inspired, but we can tell that y'all truly want to be like us. I just love being black. Because it's like from our culture to our style to our hair to all this, like it's just, I don't know. And there's nothing wrong with a white girl having style, because I've seen many girls on my For You page and they so tea, like they cute. But it's like you can tell that you kind of trying to act like something you're not. Like you grew up in the suburbs. Why are you acting like something you're not? It's not cute. I guess the whole like, I don't know, trying to be ghetto trend is a trend. Because there's no reason why there should be a white girl on my For You page doing this. Like, that just irritates me. That irritates me because, like, it's like, be yourself, Buki. You can literally be a pretty white girl showing your style off and everything, but it's like you're doing too much, trying to, and then it's like, of course, you always using the black artists, which ain't nothing wrong with having taste in music, but it's like, you can tell when a white girl is trying to be something she's not, and it's funny to me. It's funny, like, without black people, these like white people would not know what to do. As much as they hate us, they literally want to be us. They try to take everything we have, from our style to our language, calling people the N-word, from our hair. It's just
Another white kid that wants to be a black one. He probably used to ask questions, but now we ask him. He thinks he's black like the Panthers, a bad mamma jamma. He thinks his street cred is up if he doesn't have any grammar. I said, what's wrong with you people? It's too easy to beat you. He said, huh? What do you mean, you people? Another white kid that wants to be a black one. He probably used to ask questions, but now we ask him. He thinks he's black like the Panthers, a bad mamma jamma. He thinks his street cred is up if he doesn't have any grammar. I said, what's wrong with you people? It's too easy to beat you. He said, huh? What do you mean, you people? I said, what's wrong with you people? It's too easy to beat you. He said, huh? What do you mean, you people?
You are not black. You are. No, you are.
No.
And I want to be black when I grow up.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
Barack Obama.
Who?
Barack Obama.
You're going to be Barack Obama?
Who was he?
My color is white.
Mm-hmm. Your skin is white.
Because I'm white.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not black.
No.
And I want to be black when I grow up. And then I'm going to be a big kid. When I be a big kid, I'll be black.
Okay. That's not how that works. But I understand how you feel.
But I just told you.
Well, ma'am.
I will go up and I will be a president.
Sure, but you'll still be white. Which is okay. It's okay. But you'll still be white, okay?
Okay, Mommy.
I think you're going to be like the second or third female president. Because there's never been a president of the United States who's a girl.
You know that?
Did you know that?
Yeah, but girls can be anything.
Of course they can. So you can
That's
absolutely.
why we can be anything. And I'm a girl, and I can do anything.
You absolutely can.
And I can grow up, and I can be anything.
You can. Absolutely you can. I'm just want to be clear.
I can be president.
Of course. Or a teacher, or a scientist, or a doctor. Anything you want to be. But you're still going to be white,
Mom,
okay?
I'm staying the line.
Good job.
Wow, not you stereotyping black women based on how they talk. Sounds to me like you put people in a box and expect them to talk a certain way based on the color of their skin. See, we all come from different walks of life that are all accepted in my book. And mine is from a place called Bessemer, Alabama. Maybe you should Google it if you're not familiar with the area. See, I grew up in pretty rough neighborhoods, really poor. We didn't have any money for real. And I've leveled up. See, not only have I leveled up for myself, but I run one of the biggest boudoir studios
in the country, and I teach people, women mostly, how to love their body and feel comfortable in their skin every day. So, baby, don't come for me like you ate because you didn't get a crumb.
I saw that you were raised by a black woman. Is that correct? Most of my homes and group homes were black. Like, I can't say, like, I know I'm white. At the end of the day, I'm white. You see my color? All that. But white people didn't like me. It was really weird. Like, most of the homes that accepted me was black. Mm-hmm. And I never understood why. I was just like, okay, cool. I never really cared. As long as I was somewhere where there's love. Love has no color. So that woman took me in, and I literally owe her my whole world. Like, I'm going to give her everything. Like, she took me in when nobody else did. You know, so.
I'm the oldest of all my cousins, and I'm also the only, like, fully white one. Like, the rest of them are biracial, and that's a weird dynamic growing up, you know? Like, one time, whenever I was staying the night at their house, I went and took a shower, and there's this bottle of pink stuff in there, and it's called pink. So my white ass is like, well, I guess that's conditioner or shampoo or something. I go to use, that is not what that is. I don't know if any of the whites that's listening, if y'all, you know, had black family or friends growing up, but this shit, it is, it did not do what it was supposed to do to my hair. This straight ass shit right here did not know what to do with all that moisture, boy. I was like a fucking duck. Water just rolled off me. And then, you know, a couple years later, I didn't realize it was weird that I was trying to get waves. Like, all my cousins was trying to get waves. I was like, well, shit, I want some fucking, we're gonna have these bitches surfing. But the whites were not very receptive of that. Black people were surprisingly receptive of the do-rag. In hindsight, I'm a bit ashamed of it, but boy, I was starting to get them going.
So I just watched the show Them on Amazon Prime. Very traumatizing and triggering show. I literally cried for 2 hours after the Cat in the Bag episode. I'm still fucked up about that shit. A show that all YT people should watch, since they like to pretend that, you know, racism doesn't exist and things just happened so long ago, even though they're happening right now. It just made me think about how, you know, you have people getting lip injections and tanning their skin to the point they look like alligators, and they have leather skin and they look like a freaking belt. Even though, you know, when you have a lack of melanin, every time you tan your skin in UV rays, you're causing yourself skin cancer because you don't have melanin. And how they go and get these perms and they're blackfishing, and how all of our culture, clothing, music, food, if you even go on social media, everything is revolved around black culture. And then you take it even further back to Europe, when the Europeans didn't wash their ass. They were eating rats. They didn't even know how to grow any food. Like, they didn't know how to do shit. Also, us cave dwellers would not even exist if it wasn't for black people, because they were the first people on Earth. Like, YT people wouldn't even be here right now if it wasn't for black people. Because of the bubonic plague, because they didn't know how to feed themselves, they didn't know how to wash themselves, they were living in caves. Like, black people literally taught them agriculture, literally taught them how to bathe, literally taught them how to fucking survive, taught them everything. And again, we wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for black people. Like, our great-great-great-great-great-granddaddies and grandmamas, once upon a time, were black because they were the original human. So we come from black people. They created us. They're dominant, so we obviously wouldn't be genetically superior. Obviously, when even rock and roll and Elvis, and we found out Beethoven was black, but all of the music has been stolen from black people, all of the art, all of the inventions. They're strong, they're athletic. That's why, you know, these YT team owners love to exploit black athletes and make their money. And young talent, the dancing, obviously, the music, the talent, the dancing, the strength, Back in the day, they didn't know where to find water or how to grow food, so they exploited black people's greatness. They were like, damn, we can't stay outside in the sun for hours and hours doing this shit because we'll literally die. Like, we need them to survive, is what white people said. You know how you have a parasite, and every parasite needs a host? White people have been the parasite, and black people have been the host. The same way males created sexism to basically exploit the greatness of women. Because we can all go to a sperm bank and get sperm. There's tons of sperm. There's endless amounts of sperm. We don't need males to reproduce. We just need the sperm. And we got it. So, you know? But even if you take an egg from another woman, you still gotta put it inside of a woman to reproduce. You still need a human body of a woman, biological woman. You still need the womb and uterus of a human being that was born female, where we can just go to a sperm bank and get some sperm. You really need a woman to reproduce. We don't need you to reproduce at this point. So, clear people, YT people, realized they need black people to survive. And instead of oppressing and exploiting black people, when all black people did was be nice to them more than they fucking should have, since based on what we see now, you should have let them motherfuckers eat rats. I don't even care. You should have let my ancestors eat rats and shit on themselves and not wipe. You should not have helped them. I swear you should not have, because look at the ungratefulness. Then you have the audacity to try to turn people into slaves and exploit them and use them when they were literally trying to fucking help you. They were trying to help you. And this is what the fuck you do to them? And it's the same with women. Racism was created to exploit black people and native people. And sexism was created to exploit women. Like, this goes to show you can't do nothing for no one, bro. You give an inch and motherfuckers take a mile. YT people know that they're nothing without black people.
Why see that? I said you rooted in it.
I'm the only white person in my family.
Oh, you the only white person in your family?
Yeah. I got 3 black brothers. Black pops.
You got
no
3
mother.
black brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was that like?
You get judged a lot when you grow up like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to test you. They want to try you.
You was raised in a dope hole, huh?
Yeah, they wonder why these YCs get so hot.
You could be mixed, but I would guess white with a black grandparent. I mean, you're not too far off, sort of, kind of. My Nana, my mom's mom, her husband, well, her ex-husband, Cedric, that I grew up with, black. But he ain't blood. He was just my grandpa through marriage. But my Nana's a little snow bunny. But I'm white. I'm white as fuck, y'all. I'm rice-skinned. I'm Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. Okay. Just with a little bit of spice.
White baby plus older black brothers equals.
For real, bro?
So what'd you tell him?
I told him, I don't care. Like the same at least, bro. Him said I'm in pre-K, I'm a baby. And bro,
Wait till the end.
This what him said, I'm a crybaby, I'm in pre-K, I'm a baby.
But what'd you tell him? You're trying to be brave, you're trying your best, bro?
Yeah.
What'd you tell him? Tell me.
I'm trying my best. I'm brave. I'm trying to be my best at school, bro. And I can't. I'm not skipping school. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not doing nothing, bro. I'm just trying to know and try to get big and get my own kids, bro.
That's what you told him? What'd he say?
He said, I don't care. Him and him girlfriend.
Oh, he's got a girlfriend and he's in pre-K?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not supposed to have a girlfriend that young.
Him in kindergarten.
Oh, he's in kindergarten.
Yeah. And I said, hey bro, that's your girlfriend? He said, yeah. That's my
gonna be a little controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel more comfortable around black people being the only white person in this entire place. My little family is the only white people, and I feel more comfortable than I would in a festival with more white people, majority of white people. Sit here in the middle of this group eating our delicious food. Yeah. Everyone's so kind. You don't have to worry about judgment. I can put some baked beans on the baby's tray without people staring at me like I'm just a dirty bitch. Because people, I don't know how to say this without it being so fucking twisted. Black people do not judge you like white people do. I felt welcome the entire time I was here. I mean this in the most respectful way towards black people, because I don't want this to be twisted at all. We're at the Juneteenth Festival, Martin Luther King Park, Rochester, New York. I feel so comfortable and welcome. We just came from the Market Fest in College Town in Rochester. I felt that was just fuck. Baby wanted to run around. He didn't have shoes on. He only had socks on. People were staring. Here, we're just comfortable. We're just enjoying ourselves. No, you're good. You're good. So yeah.
Absolutely, white parents are teaching their white children to hate black and indigenous and people of color. There is a reason that the largest domestic terrorist threat that the United States continues to face is white supremacists. And that's according to the FBI database. My personal experience with this is that I grew up with a father that was incredibly racist. I have a biracial family and I am the second youngest of 8 siblings. When I was younger than 10, my biological father made me beat my black older brother with a mop handle while yelling, "Beat that N-word's ass." At first I refused, but then he started beating my ass. And then my brother told me to just do it. My mother eventually remarried after my biological father died. This man was a Democrat and a decent enough guy, but he loved to use the N-word. He would say, "I'm not your N-word." He would say, "They're acting like N-words." Until one day when my younger sister, who is black, broke out into tears telling him that she wasn't okay with it. So what I've come to figure out is that if a white parent is not actively anti-racist, they will teach their children to hate black and indigenous and people of color, whether or not it's intentional. Learn up.
Hello. So as a white kid that grew up in black foster homes, I always heard this one sentence, and you've probably heard it too, but also in just society alone, that some people, just some, say that black people are too loud. And I just have one question. Just one. Would you hear them if they're regular volume? Would you?
Why, what?
I am not turning brown.
What do you mean?
My skin white, but why I'm not turning brown?
But why do you want to be brown?
Because I'm be brown. That's my favorite color, brown, and white is my favorite color.
Oh, because Maya is brown, so you want to be brown like Maya? Because she's so pretty?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see about it. Okay? I love you.
Love you.
Your skin white, but your soul black, Justin. I promise you, man.
Thank you.
Damn, I had eyes. You sure you don't want no black and mild?
This is how white people act when they see black people.
Oh my god! Ooh, your skin is so beautiful. Let me touch your hair.
111 on the stove. Ooh, you're so beautiful and exotic. Where did you come from? Oh my God. I know my people enslaved you guys and took you here, whatever. And y'all are not really from here. Y'all are not really American. But you're here. And you're beautiful. Can I touch your hair?
I think I speak for all white people who got black friends that there's no greater victory or sense of accomplishment in your relationship with your black friends when they pop off and call you their ninja. Thank you, baby. I ain't never been so damn excited in my life. I didn't know whether to say it back. I ain't do it. I ain't gonna do that. But let me tell you something, bitch. I put this shit on my wall. I told my mama. I made a confession to the priest too, told him. So, you know, we all... Man, that's a good day, bitch. That's a good day. What up, Juicy?
Yeah, bro, this is my family cookout. And last one, be yourself, bro. Everybody pretty chill. Oh, yeah, man.
Baby, you ain't never been to a cookout before?
Not quite like this one.
You can hoop?
Yeah.
Ooh!
He's literally fouling. I'm from Ohio.
Welcome to the family. This Faith 18, baby. You finna enjoy yourself over here with this good cooking, okay?
All right.
Big dog. Zach say he needs some of what you cooked today. Zach right here.
Can I get some advice? Yeah, you gotta get you a post-up game, man. They can't do nothing with you when you're right here, man. They don't want white chocolate out here.
It's your time, it's your time. Oh, God.
I'm gonna rate them a good, fat, whopping lemonade, man.
Yeah, just lemonade, man.
You over here, Sequilla. And do them give you a little hair on your chest.
Man, I just shaved.
Here's your plate.
Thank you.
What do you think of the plate, man?
Oh, man. It's quite the spread. They're not spicy, right?
No, but they the bone.
Oh.
Wait a minute, we can add a drink here too.
What do I gotta roll? 7 or 11? All right. I've been got Slurpees from 7-Eleven my whole life.
Hey. Hold on, man. That's a 6, man. Run, bro, run. Woo! And last one on this phone, here we go.
If you're not seasoned, you ain't seasoned.
Hey, so what you think of your first cookout experience, man?
I really hope they invite me next year.
I think they're gonna invite you, bro.
Taste soul food for the first time.
Go, relax. Fried chicken, mac and cheese. I'm gonna start with the mac and cheese. How does it taste?
Yeah! That's really good.
Boy, I'm finna call my mama and cuss her ass out, boy.
Bye. I want to. You want.
That's a good fucking wing. That's a good fucking wing, bro.
It's his first Thanksgiving with black people.
Never had soul food before. Let's see.
Oh, this is fire.
Ooh, he just good game. New customer. Honey hot wings? How they taste? Look at his finger. Wow. Southern food is good. Oh my god. Oh my god. You recording my ass right now?
Yeah.
Wake up and I'm rolling. Still blazing from the other day. No one can control me. Rockstar 7 days awake. Pouring up another one. It's like all I know is 808. I know that you have my soul, but I can't seem to let you go. You're my muse, addiction, my abuse. It's soon to kill me.
Preach again! Boycott diamonds and gold. Free Sudan. Boycott diamonds and gold. We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.